Thank you guys for joining, and thank you, Panni, for joining as well. Let's come to child's pose, and we go from there, hopefully. Ready, Panni? Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. You can roll your forehead on the floor a little bit. Maybe you take a deeper breath. All right, you win. And then come to fingertips and just see if you can get a little bit more stretchy and expansion through your back. And then come on onto hands and knees and settle into cat-cow, lengthening around. And then press back to downward facing dog. You can walk the feet out. Bend one knee, bend the other knee. Let those toes crack a little bit. Flex the soles of the feet. Then inhale the right leg up, rotate the hip open, bend the upper knee. Make some circles with your hip. Inhale, extend the leg up. And then step it through the runner's lunge, draw the chest forward and straighten to your ability. Inhale, shift forward and straighten and bow. Inhale, shift forward and straighten and bow. Shift forward, release the back knee down, and then just pick up the back foot and squeeze it towards your butt. Don't catch it, don't do anything, just kind of squeeze it towards the butt. So you're engaging the back of that thigh, but stretching the front of it. And take one more breath. And then you can release the back foot down and straighten the front knee. And it doesn't have to straighten all the way in the morning. You need a little more time, but you can kind of wiggle the hips, pivot the leg around. Good. And then gently glide to the top of your mat. You can measure about 2 fist distance between your 2 feet. Interlace the fingers behind your low back, and I'm going to bend my knees a whole lot and then just straighten one leg, and that will naturally roll my torso to one side and then just roll it over to the other side. And softly release the arms. Heel toe the feet to touch. You could take your hands to your knees, extend the torso a little more, and then bow forward. Use your glutes and hamstrings to inhale, rise all the way up. And then lengthen a little more. Can you stretch into your belly as you reach up? Take one more breath. And then bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Walk it back to plank pose. Look forward, take a breath, and lower all the way down. Press the top of the feet down, low cobra, inhale. Exhale, back down. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, back down. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, and then hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale the left leg up, rotate the hip open, bend the upper knee. Take some circles with that leg. Inhale, extend the leg up and up and up. And step it through runner's lunge. Draw the chest forward. And straighten and back. Inhale, shift forward. And straighten and back. Inhale, shift forward, softly put the back knee down. You can use the block to get the torso higher. Just bring the back foot towards your tush the best you can, right? Deep inhale and deep exhale. And then release the back foot down, straighten the front knee, a little bit wiggle woggle here as well. Just get a little space. And feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then bend the elbows, let it go. Ha. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. And bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Walk back to plank. And then choose chaturanga or all the way down. Cobra or upward dog. Make sure knees are off the floor. Legs are strong. There we go. And then downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Step or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, rise it all the way up. Bend the elbows, let it go. Ha. Inhale, lengthen, reach, and bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Step or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, rise up. And then press to tippy toes. And try to stay there. If it's a little wobbly, that's okay. And then twist over to the right. So left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale back to center. Now anchor your heels down and sweep the arms back. Stay in chair pose. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sweep. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bow forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Chaturanga. Exhale. Upward dog. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Inhale the right leg up. Knee to nose. Inhale the leg up. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale the leg up. Right knee, left elbow. Push out of your shoulders. Inhale the leg up. Step it through warrior one. Reach the arms up. Pull your right hip back. And I started mirroring and then I stopped. I'm going to go back to mirroring. All right, so you pull the right hip back. And a little bit as you push the back foot down, see if you can reach the left arm up and then you grab the left wrist and lean a little bit over to the right. Keep anchoring into that back foot. And then bring it back to center. Squeeze your back thigh. And then you're going to tuck your tailbone and just 10 degrees lean forward as you reach forward and see if you can pull the right hip back a little more. Squeeze the back thigh and keep tucking the tailbone. So you're not feeling so much the low back. You're feeling maybe the shoulders, the upper back, but the core and the legs as well. And then you push into that front foot to come back up, sweep the arms behind you, interlace the fingers and just draw the chest up, look up. And then bow forward, allow the shoulder and the knuckle to fall towards the front of the mat as much as possible. Deep inhale and deep exhale. And then grip with your legs. Inhale, bring yourself back up, free up the arms. Maybe the gaze goes up. And then exhale back down, chaturanga. Upward dog. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale the left leg up, knee to nose. Inhale the leg up, left knee, left elbow. Inhale leg up, left knee, right elbow. Inhale leg up and step it through warrior one. Rise on up. Again, with your mind's eye, you just push that back foot down and then trace an inhale as you squeeze through that leg and you're reaching up and up. And then grab a hold of the wrist and then lean over to the left. Pull the right hip back, squeeze the back thigh. And then try to have a deep enough diaphragmatic breathing that these ribs on a side get a definite extension. Inhale to center. Pull that left hip back a little more. Squeeze the back thigh and tuck the tailbone. So these are all micro movements. And then you lean just a little bit forward, right? But that really delivers a punch. See if you can squeeze that back thigh, really reach through the arms, really pull back the left hip. Inhale, come up, maybe gaze up. Sweep the arms behind you, interlace the fingers, possibly the unhabitual way. Draw the chest open as you inhale. And then bow forward. Just let the shoulders do what they can do without force, just letting them be. Inhale, come up, warrior one, reach up, possibly the gaze goes up. Single exhale all the way down, chaturanga. Take the gaze forward so the spine can stay long. Upward dog, strong legs, knees off the floor. Downward facing dog. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Step or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale and fold. Chair pose. Maybe you sit a little lower down, tuck your tailbone, right? So never leave effort in the low back. You always shift it to the glutes and the legs. Hands to heart, take one more breath, twist over to the right. Left elbow, right knee, leverage, a nice rotation with extension. And then open up the arms. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Clench your glutes to come back to chair pose. Tuck your tailbone, tuck your tailbone, tuck your tailbone as you inhale. And then twist over to the other side, hands to heart, keep the knees together, steady breath. Open up the arms. And inhale to chair. And bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale, strong legs. Upward dog, inhale. And downward dog, exhale. Inhale the right leg up, knee to nose. Inhale the leg up, right knee, right elbow. Inhale the leg up, right knee, left elbow, and then either put the knee down or kick the leg across, twisted side plank. Left arm comes up and just take a few sweeping, expanding circles with the arm. And then coming back, three-legged dog. Right leg to the sky, extend and reach. Step it through, warrior one. Inhale as you rise up. Good. Then on your exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Take a supported side angle, but you're definitely pushing up and out of that lower shoulder, and then the upper arm moves overhead. Deep inhale and exhale. Sweep the horizon, coming to Skandasana over to the left. Just wiggle the feet around until you feel that the feet are underneath you well and you're able to stretch. Deep inhale and deep exhale. And then we're going to wiggle forward to runner's lunge, so facing me and Panni. Release the back knee down and reach the arms up. So tuck your back toes under. This front leg, you're going to be gripping forward. You're going to tug the tailbone under and see if you can lift that knee just a little bit off the floor. Right? Just a little bit for a deep inhale and exhale. And then straighten the back leg. Maybe reposition it so you feel it steady. We'll do the same thing we did in warrior one. So squeeze the back thigh, press the back heel high, tuck your tailbone, and then just 10 degrees reaching forward. You can take the gaze down with a slight chin tuck, Jalandhara Bandha, and then simultaneously keep pulling the right hip back. Lift and squeeze the back thigh. See if you can press the back heel a little higher. There we go, there we go, there we go. And then come hands to heart. Don't change anything except pivot, spiral in the same angle so the vector stays the same over to the right. And then you can lower down, take the left elbow to the right knee and leverage. You're still trying to lift the torso, extend the torso. And then open up the arms. Deep inhale and exhale. Take your lower hand, which is your left hand, land it on a floor on the inside of that foot. You're going to pivot to the outer edge on the back foot. And then this front foot is going to heel toe back until it finds a neutral position. And then come on into this little kick step side plank. Going to reach the arm overhead, press up and out of the shoulder, lift the hip high on the inhale. On the exhale, release the hip down, sweep back and look back. Inhale, lift up and out. And exhale, sweep back. Inhale, lift up and out. And exhale, sweep back. Inhale, lift up and out. And then exhale, sweep back, release the hip down, and then release to the forearm down and set both feet parallel on top of each other. Flex the feet back. There we go. Now, can you lift the top leg up without pivoting the toes up? So the toes still face to the side. Now, can you lift the lower leg up a little bit? That's a tricky one. Let's make it a little easier. Release down so that you extend the lower arm out, and then this arm is catching you so you're not rolling on your side. And you can let the head go down if you want to. See if you can lift the top leg up and then match the lower leg to the top leg, hovering. Oh, it's so good, isn't it? You got muscles there. It's all good. Release the lower leg and then the top leg. And then just one more time because it's way more fun. Lift the top leg up. Just make sure the toes keep facing to the side. Lift the lower leg to meet the top leg. And then release both feet down and roll onto your belly. Sweep your arms back and then come on into locust. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Deep inhale And deep exhale, make sure the toes are touching, shoulder blades squeeze, and they're pulling down your back. Draw the chest forward. One more breath, and then slow, lower all the way down, shake your butt out if needed. And come to hands and knees. And downward facing dog. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. Let your head fall. Find a soft release through the forehead. Inhale the left leg up. Knee to nose. Make sure you round and lift out of your shoulders. Inhale the leg up. Left knee, left elbow. Inhale the leg up. Left knee, right elbow, and then twisted side plank, right? Right arm comes up. Maybe take a couple of nice sweeping circles. And then we'll come back, three-legged dog, left leg to the sky, toes to the sky, live and awake. On the exhale, step the foot through warrior one. Inhale, rise up. And then open out warrior two. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reverse. An extended side angle. Reach the upper arm overhead. Press up and out of the lower shoulder. Maybe the gaze can go up. And then notice if you forgot about the back thigh and anchoring through that back foot. One more breath. Sweep the horizon, Skandasana over to the right. Deep inhale. And exhale. And then pivot all the way forward to runner's lunge. Release the back knee down and reach the torso up. Right, so in this position, can you find that Tadasana where there's a little pelvic tuck? You're gripping on that front foot and then try to lift the back knee up. So this requires the strength of your hamstrings. If this is really seemingly impossible, just think about hamstring strengthening later on. There's more hamstring. And then straighten it out, wiggle the feet until you feel stable. And then let's work on the details. Can you press the back heel higher? Squeeze the quadricep, tug the tailbone, pull the left hip back, 10 degrees reaching forward, a little bit of a chin tuck. Can you draw the navel towards the spine? So belly button to the spine. Steady breath. Hands to heart, stay at the same angle, just spiral to the left. So notice how, ooh, that outer hip muscle is doing some interesting things. And then extend lower, hook the elbow, and then right away push up and out of the elbow. Keep lifting through the back thigh. Keep pulling back on the left hip. Are you still breathing steady? And then open up the arms. Deep inhale and exhale. Take the lower hand, the right hand on the inside, anchor it down, pivot to the outer edge of the back foot, and then heel toe, heel toe. So you gotta move that left leg quite a bit downward, right? So if you can lift the hip higher, reach your arm overhead, really get a nice arcing and stretching. And then steady with control, lower the hip down, reach back, look back. Inhale, lift up and out. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, lift up and out. Exhale, sweep it back. One more time. Inhale, lift up and out. Exhale, sweep it back. Release to your hip. Release to your forearm. Stack the feet, right? And we could right away just glide that lower arm out so your head can be on the floor, and then your front hand is used as support. Flex your feet back, lift the top leg up. See if you can meet the lower leg to squeeze against the top leg. And then release the lower one and a top one. Then twice more. Lift the top, try to lift the lower, meet it there for 5, 3, 1. Lower down. Then one more time, lift top. Try to meet the lower. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. Slowly release down, roll to the belly. Bless you. And then sweep the arms back. Come on into locust. You could grab your ankles and come to a floor bow. If that's too much, then clearly not. And softly release back down. Hands and knees. And downward facing dog. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. Step or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, rise up. Bend the elbows, let it go. Inhale, reach. Chair pose. How are we doing on this nice sunny day? Tuck your tailbone. Good. And then pick up the left leg, eagle. Remember, you can always do a kickstand. Left arm under. Lift the elbow away from the thigh. Expand. Breathe into the back body. And then start standing up, reach your arms up, and then kick the leg back so you're in an arabesque. Tuck your tailbone. And we'll do the same thing that we did earlier because it's actually harder than airplane and it utilizes more of the muscles you need for stability. So try to straighten the legs and squeeze to the center. Now pivot just 10 degrees and keep tucking the tailbone and a little bit take the gaze down. So it's, if you're thinking this is a hard work, then you're on the right path. You're gripping with the foot, you're lifting through the leg, right? So your foot is hardly off the floor. That's what's so weird about it. It's just a tiny little tilt. Take one more breath. And then we go to the easy pose. Sweep the arms back, airplane. at least I can just kind of rest into the airplane and do the things I'm not supposed to do. Take a deep inhale and exhale. And then you can anchor the hands either to a block if you have low back or hamstring sensitivity, or you go to the floor. And then those of you who have a lot of energy and desire, we're going to switch the standing leg. And you could do that through the handstand as long as it's not a donkey kick, right? I am going to lower one leg and lift the other one up and feel completely confident in who I am as a person. So as long as you're now standing on the other leg, mission accomplished. Take one more breath and then land in runner's lunge. And my runner's lunge is never quite perfect after that one, so might have to turbo boost that front foot into a better position. And then straighten the front knee to your ability. So the back heel is hovering. If it's hovering so much that you have no grippiness, shorten the stand a bit. And then take the block. I think for this one, we would all benefit from a block, at least on a medium setting. Squeeze your thighs, pull the left hip back, push up and out of that block via the right hand, and then reach the left arm up. Revolved forward facing triangle, right? So it's not a pyramid because the feet are significantly wider. And then release both hands down. And now just pivot to a straddle forward fold. Let the head go. You could even interlace the fingers at the base of your skull, and with your thumb, give yourself a little bit of a massage. Deep inhale and exhale. And then release the arms down. Let's pivot forward to runner's lunge. And you've been here before during integration, during the warm-up. Release the back knee down. If your body has given you a little more space, you could wiggle the front foot just forward enough that when you shift forward, you get a lovely stretch. And then there's a block. So you're shifting forward and up, and you're pushing, shifting forward and up. And maybe you get so high that you can press up. And then possibly reaching the left arm up. If there's no pain to the knee, you could catch the back foot with your right hand, right foot. But the idea is you're shifting forward, but not sinking down. You're shifting forward and lifting up. And then notice how you're treating that front foot. Notice if you're heavy on the outer edge of that foot, can you push the big toe down? Take one more breath. And then softly release Ardha Hanuman, one more half splits here. Deep inhale and deep exhale. And then we'll go from Ardha Hanuman directly into our revolved half moon. So grab your block on the highest setting in that right hand. And then as you glide forward, you right away aim the block at least 2 block distances, torso distance forward. And then you press up and out, and the back leg lifts, and you tug the tailbone, and you're happy. Breathe. Now flip your block, little bend in your standing knee, flip your block so you can have both hands onto it and square your hip down. So at this point, can you promise me that you're not here to prove anything to anybody? Because I don't care what you do, as long as it's healthy, right? You know what I'm trying to say. Can you straighten the lifted leg? Can you straighten it more? If that's as straight as it gets, I'm happy. Square the right hip down, tuck your tailbone. Stay here if you just started yoga or you have lower back and hamstring issues. Otherwise, you can take one arm forward and then put a little bend in the standing knee. Can you take both arms forward, gaze down, warrior 3. And then hands come down, move the block over to the left side and open out to half moon. Just strangely a resting pose right now. Leave it to Dora to keep half moon as a resting pose. Take one more breath. And then feet together, forward fold, and let it go. Ha. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then bend the elbows, let it go. Ha. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Let's just do a push-up for fun. Bow forward, exhale. Halfway lift, chaturanga. It's so nice and stunning. Don't you just want to skip? Upward dog and downward dog. Ah. Inhale and exhale. Step or float to the top of the mat. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, rise up and chair pose. There's something about skipping that's inherently fun, isn't it? When was the last time you skipped? Like skipped from here to your car for fun? I'm just saying, just skip around. It's good stuff. I was standing on, I gotta, thank you. Okay, left foot down, right leg goes over. Thank you for the help. Right arm under. I got lost in the idea of skipping and how inherently that makes everything just light and happy. See if you can squat a little deeper down, right? Can you wrap that eagle up? Deep inhale and deep exhale. One more breath. And then let that ego fly as you come up to first just kickstand the air best so you can work on a alignment principle. Both legs are strong and straight. Zip it to the midline. Look a little downward and then tuck your tailbone. And right away, there should be tremendous effort going down the legs all the way into the foot. And then just enough to lift the toe 2 inches up. So it's an exercise in restraint. And then instead of lifting and tilting more, you squeeze to the center and tuck more. It's a lot on the outer leg, huh? And then you can rest in airplane. Isn't that strange? Rest in airplane. And then hands go down to a block or to the floor. Switch the standing leg in a way that makes sense for your current state in the universe. Take one more breath and then land back in runner's lunge. Deep inhale and deep exhale. And then straighten the front knee to your ability. Notice if you need to take just the tiniest little skip on that back foot. The back foot is not anchored. Part of the joy is kind of squeezing to minimize the wobble. The block is going to go in your left hand. Push up and out of the block. You can even take your right hand and pull that right hip back a little more. And while you're doing that, draw the chest forward. And then big breath, push up and out of that lower shoulder, reach the right arm up. One more breath. And then both hands down, pivot to a straddle, forward fold. And you can come into a little bit of a cross stretch, left and right leg. Just a little joyful cross rotation. And then switch it over to the other side. Coming back through center, can you soften the jaw, the shoulders? And then pivot forward, runner's lunge. Release the back knee down. I'm gonna need my block, so I'm right away reaching for this. Right? So get a little experimental. Could you wiggle the front foot more forward? Could you shift your hips more forward? Right? So the idea is to stretch the psoas, the hip flexor, and then you press up and out. Right hand reaches up and you're gripping with that front foot enough that you're actually able to lift a little up. And only if the knee doesn't hurt do you grab the foot. Otherwise, what on earth are we trying to do? Deep inhale and exhale. Good. And then gingerly release your foot down. Straighten the front knee. Just take a moment of ha. Grab the block into your left hand. So it's an incredibly fun expansion and extension forward as you lift the back leg up. See if you can have a lot of fun with it. An incredible amount of fun. And then can you straighten the lifted leg? Can you tug the tailbone a little bit? Flip your block, take both hands onto it, push up and out of your block, straighten your lifted leg and focus on squaring the hip down. And then focus on lifting the navel to your spine so you're not sinking into your low back. Only if you have a absolute definite registering that you lifted the navel up, right? You can actually feel that. That's when you're ready to take the arms forward. Otherwise, we tend to just sink into our low back. And then half moon, move the block over to the right, and then rotate open until it feels, I can relax here. And then feet together, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up and then bend the elbows, let it go. Inhale, reach back up, separate your feet out, and then sit into Malasana squat. Just take a couple of breath cycles there. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Deep inhale and exhale. And then slowly roll onto your butt. Hug the knees in. Set the feet down, lift your hips up, bridge pose. Deep inhale and exhale. And if you want, you could reach the arms all the way overhead just to get a nice lengthening. And lower all the way down. And then lift up again, bridge pose. And if you want, and your wrists and your shoulders are healthy, you could set your hands and come into wheel. And when you're ready, lower all the way down. Hug the knees in, little circles on your low back, going this way, going that way. And take a reclined pigeon, right ankle across to the left thigh. Deep inhale and exhale. Deep inhale and exhale. And then switch it over to the other side. And slowly release it out. You can extend your legs up, maybe place your tailbone on a block and call it a day. Or if your neck is okay, you can go take the legs back to plow and just take a moment in plow so you can actually appreciate a beautiful deep middle back stretch. And then go to shoulder stand. And then slowly curl down on your back. Hug your knees in. Maybe a short little happy baby. In that happy baby, you could choose to straighten one leg and then straighten the other leg. And then hug your knees in. Take a twist over to the right, arms out to letter T. Deep inhale and exhale. And then twist it over to the other side. Bring it to center and let it go. Shavasana. And take a deep inhale. And a ha. And then wiggle fingers and toes. And come to a seated position. It's okay. Hands at your heart. Inhale. Thank you for giving me the gift of teaching. Peace be with you. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Zumi.